Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast.
This is your place for all things automotive, the award-winning In Wheel Time car talk show. Today coming to you from the fabulous HEMI Hideout in Brookshire, Texas. Just ahead, get you involved in the Hemmings Sold Car Roundup, little game that we play amongst ourselves. George Skelton, I guess you'll have to text it. How's George going to get in touch with us, Mr.
Jeff Heitzman and George, anybody that wants to, they can send us a chat either on YouTube or on Facebook, depending on where they're joining us.
I'm going to get these folks involved. Who's ever behind us, I'm going to ask them to look at the screen and shout out their bid.
All right.
We'll
do that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, coming up, we're going to have a new car review of the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid that I just got done driving. We're also going to have this hour recalls and Hemmings Sold Car Roundup. Guess what it's sold for? That's what we're going to play.
We're going to be doing that.
We're going to be doing that. Okay. I did say that Jeff's going to have the racing calendar, didn't I?
Yeah, we can. If you want to cut that off, that's fine.
No, that's later on in this half hour.
Yeah.
We'll get you caught up stories making automotive news headlines, some doozers in this one. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. David Ainsley, our chief engineer.
He's behind me.
He's behind.
Wait, David.
He's doing something back there.
All right. There's his hand. Where are you putting that hand there?
Where is it been? That's the real question.
Yeah.
All right, so time now for this hour's car review. We had a chance to drive the 2025 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. By the way, the assembly location for this car is Georgetown, Kentucky.
All right.
So
go, Georgetown.
If you're in following all of the tariff stuff, this is a built in America car.
Maybe that should be a requirement on the car reviews from now on where it's made.
Well, as a matter of fact, I sent something to Mars about that he mentioned where his car was made when he did his review.
L.A. is where it shows its final assembly point.
Okay. Well, mine has got a little accent to it, Georgetown, Kentucky. It comes in several trim levels, the LE, the XLE, the SE, the Woodland Edition, the XLE Premium, and the XSE, along with the Limited. It's a lot. And Toyota's known for that. They have lots of packaged options that they put together and they call it something, and it saves you money as opposed to nitpicking all of the available options. I had the Hybrid XSE all-wheel drive. This is a small SUV, seats 5. I tried to find out what platform this is on. Well, Toyota has got a new platform that is a platform for many of their vehicles. It's not just a Corolla or a Camry anymore that this is placed on. It's a special multi-purpose platform, and that's what this utilizes. Exterior changes from last model year, none. It was redesigned for 2019. Edgy, angular body style, looks great. Sloping rear glass with the sunshade back over the top of it. Dual exhaust tips. Really? Okay. Bumper, front skid plate is melded into one. Clever idea, and it looks really great. What I liked about it, the overall look gets high marks in my opinion. Well balanced across all body panels. What could use improvement? A model with a little bling, perhaps, a city version, because they really tried to go with the off-road kind of tilt toward it, if you will. Interior highlights, although it's small, there's more room than you expect in this. Fit and finish is kid-proof and well-placed. Controls, easy to find and use. Dash is all business, but attractive. The cargo area, limited, but okay for a small SUV, especially with the rear seat up. Enough to get the groceries back home, let me put it that way. Fit and finish, I guess, again, kid-proof on that. Controls easy to find and use. Dash is all business. Limited space back there behind the third row seat. Rugged design, what could use improvement? Not a fan of the screen controlled by a knob on the center console. That's just my take on it. Some people like it. I'm not a big fan, but okay, that's the way that it is. 2.5-liter four-cylinder with a electric motor also helping out. 219 horsepower, CVT transmission. It will tow up to 1,750 pounds. 41 miles per gallon city, 38 highway. I got it combined to 39. I got I'm sorry, that's what it's rated. I got 28.6 miles per gallon over 293 miles. What I liked, the mileage with plenty of zip to get all those miles. Right. How I ride and handling sporty, that's all I can say. It kind of rides like that Lexus UX that I had. It's really nice. It's not too stiff. Yeah, it's nice. What could use improvement? It's great, well-rounded ride. It can go off-road on a limited basis. So I think that this is a nice split. If you have, your weekend ranch that you want to go up there from here up to the hill country in your ranch, it'd be a good one to go up there.
Yeah, a little dirt road work here. Yeah.
Not crazy. This is not a Wrangler, but anyway. Here's the pricing. Base trim price $37,560. Prices tested $43,509. Base trim price, you can get into one of these at $32,300. Competitors, Hyundai Tucson Hybrid, $33,465. Honda CR-V Hybrid, $34,050. And the Ford Escape Hybrid for $32,490. Great car. If you're into a small SUV, I would definitely suggest that you go and test drive this. You can't go wrong with that Toyota. And that's my car review of the 2025 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Okay, time now for our little recall list that we've got here.
Okay.
Is that okay? Can
That's
we do
fine.
that?
I was just prepping.
What were you prepping for?
The auto history, and I got my racing calendar going.
That's in the next segment.
Okay.
See here, it says here 45.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure, because I wanted to get to our Hemmings game. I want to get to that.
We gonna do
You're
that right?
jumping the gun like you do a lot.
I know. I like jumping the gun.
I know. Jeff said, I told him last night, I said, so I'll come by and pick you up about 7:20. Well, I like to get there early. I know, Jeff. I get out of bed in my underpants and look out the window, and guess whose car is in the front? There's Jeff, waiting in the car for me to turn off the light or some signal that he uses to say it's okay to go in.
In the underpants.
In the underpants. At least I haven't had one on my head yet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, time now for this hour's car recalls. Cracked fuel injector may leak and cause a fire in the Ford Bronco Sport and the Ford Escape, 21 through 23 model years. Vehicle rollaway with the drive shaft disconnect on the Ford Explorer, 2020 to 2022. Martha, did you hear that clunk? The car is not going up. I'm pressing on the gas. It just ain't going anywhere.
Sound like a drive shaft.
Incorrect horn pad may prevent the horn from sounding on a Tesla Model X and Model S, 21 to 25
That'd
model
be hell for me.
I hate when my pad goes bad.
My horn pad. Is that what you young kids are calling it?
That's
now?
what they're calling it these days. I want to see that horn pad.
Okay.
Front brake calipers may fail on the Infiniti QX60, the Murano, and the Pathfinder for the 2025 model year. Can you imagine bringing home a brand new car, letting all the neighbors and the kids climb all over it and take a look at it?
Martha?
Well, I got to take it in on Monday because the front brake calipers may fail on it. Not good. And then the high voltage battery may short circuit on the Volvo S60, S90, V60, V90, XC60, and the XC90 for 2020 through the 2022 model years. It's getting recalled. Call your Volvo dealer today.
Check your local listings.
All right. This is one of my favorite parts of the show, and I don't know why, because it's kind of like, remember the Johnny Carson thing when it was Stump the Band? Remember that? Well, this is kind of like the same thing, except we're going to use cars. And we use Hemmings.com Sold Cars Roundup is what we use. And so I asked the boys, give them the description of the vehicle. We show the picture on the television. And I just picked 9 or 10 of the cars. And are you able to do this? Because it's on this hard drive, thumb drive. So we're holding on, waiting for Jeffrey to get it all together. It's called the Ford Drive. Okay. Huh? Do you need some assistance? No? You have no headset on, so I can't talk you through this. There it is.
But I want to give them.
Well, I think you have to pull it up. Jeff is telling the audience out here without a headset on. he's not all there. But I'm sure that in your life you've probably known a few people that aren't all there.
Sure,
I have.
Surely you just.
I gathered them all up for you right here. They're not all there. There's Bill Seitz, and he's the king of the crop.
You got to tell us how much it's sold for.
Put your headset on, would you? Okay.
All right, here we go.
Are you ready?
I am.
First up for bid is the 1957 DeSoto Fire Sweep.
I like it.
I never knew that was called the DeSoto Fire Sweep. My dad bought a DeSoto and had to teach Mom how to go out there with a broomstick and a hammer to get the starter to engage. Just saying. Anyway, I don't know about this one, but I will tell you right now that this is probably some sort of all-original special. How much do you think that this sold for on Hemmings Used Car?
I'm going to say $32,000.
$32,000, Mr.
I'm
Morris?
going to say $14,000.
Okay, how about $50,400 for the 1957 DeSoto Fire Sweep?
Did y'all get it?
You got it? Yeah, you got it.
He got it.
Okay, well, this will be an easy one for you. Here is a 2008 Shelby GT 500 Mustang convertible. How much do you think that sold at auction online? 2008 Shelby GT 500. Mr. Mars, your guess?
Yeah, I'm going to say 50. Just a nice round
50. Wow. Okay.
I'm going to go 38.
Okay. Any guesses out there? You'd like to guess how much the car sold for? That car right there, it's on the television
You said
screen.
70.
70? How about 31.5? Now, I didn't drill down in it. It might have, 100,000 miles on it and been bragged out. I don't know, but whatever. Here's Jeff's car.
Yeah, baby.
The only problem is he can't fit it in the garage.
No.
This is a 1969 Cadillac DeVille.
Priceless.
Priceless. A Cadillac DeVille convertible. Now, this particular DeVille is a two-door, okay? 1969. How much? It looks all original, doesn't it? Looks pretty good. Somebody took it to the car wash.
I'm going to go 21.
21. What?
David says 30.
I hear a 30 somewhere.
30. This car sold on the Hemmings Sold Car Roundup for $21,525. You could have driven it here today. Put the top up, probably. Next up, my car, a 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle. It looks like an SS. It has some aftermarket wheels on it. My guess is this is a resto mod.
Oh, absolutely.
Based on the price of it, it's a really nice car, okay? What do you think, Mr. Mars? How much would you give for that car?
I'm going to say 28.
28.
Oh, really?
Jeffrey?
I'm going to go 42.
Okay. Any guesses? Okay, well, guess what? It sold for $73,500. Oh, my God.
You own it.
Man.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Now, this is our era. 1964 Pontiac, not a GTO, but the predecessor. This would be the Tempest.
Tempest.
Okay? Pontiac Tempest.
I'd drive that.
1964. And I bring this up because this is one of those that you would buy. You would buy this car and have a little weekend fun car to take on the Hot Rod Tour in Texas. Mars, what do you think?
Well,
we're diagnosing.
We're diagnosing here. Yeah. I'm going to bump this up to about 29.
29?
I was going to go 28. I'll go 26.
Any guesses? What it sold for? 24?
24,
16.8. Sign me up.
Yeah. But if you look at it, look at
Did
the
you
door.
say 17?
He did.
Where's your headset?
He didn't put his headset on, so he don't count. He doesn't get the win.
You don't count.
But look at the door and look at the I'm just saying.
Look, it's a $16,000 car.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It's probably got rusted through floorboards on the thing,
man.
whatever.
No, don't
okay,
touch
next up, anybody here from the country can really appreciate an old pickup truck?
Long bed. It's a long wheelbase.
Okay, this
Regular
is a 1995 Ford F-150 regular cab.
Sure.
What do you think?
$7,000. $7,000.
Oh. $7,000, David
That's a good
says.
one, David.
What year was it?
Mars?
What
this
year?
is a 95 Ford F-150. It looks super clean and completely stock.
And it's four-wheel drive, so I'm going to go 16.
Okay.
You said 7,000. I'm going to go 701.
Oh, God. Okay, any guesses out here in the peanut gallery? You wouldn't know what that is. That's my era. But the sold price, David?
David said 7.
12.
How much did you say, David?
I said 7.
You said 7. So this truck sold for $12,600. And I think that the reason being is because pickup trucks are really hot right now, especially clean used ones. Yeah, this looks like a one owner, well taken care of. All right, next up, for you Jeep fans out there, a 2002 Jeep Wrangler.
It's a good-looking Jeep.
And I don't know if it's got a hard top, but this one here it shows is a strictly a soft top. It's got some custom features on it, including the front bumper. It's got aftermarket wheels and tires on it, some fatties on there. It's clean. Silver with a black stripe around the hood. 2002 Jeep Wrangler. What do you think that's sold for? Mars?
Man, this is a tough one. Those things are so out of whack. I'm going to say 18.
18.
I'm going to go 12.
12. David?
15.
15.
28.
15 to 25.
David's got 2. David owns 2. I own 2.
A Wrangler?
Wow.
No.
He just bought it.
Okay. Second to the last. For all of you Ford fanatics out here, I had to pick this one. I love the body style on
I do
this
too.
one. So this is a 4-seat
Bird is
Ford
word.
Thunderbird from 1961. Black with a red interior, wide whites on it. I think it's got custom wire wheels on it, but it looks pretty stock. But based on the price, it's not stock. Okay? A stock one of these in this kind of condition, you go, well, yeah, I can see it getting that kind of money. But
Got fender skirts
hinting,
on it.
I'm hinting now. Okay, I'm giving you a little bit of a hint as to what the price was sold for. Okay, what do you think? 61 Ford Thunderbird.
32.
32. Jeff?
David goes first.
David?
55,000.
55.
31.
5? 5,000?
50.
Oh,
50,000.
50.
You ready? You sitting down?
What was it, ma'am?
21. You're close. You're the winner in this one.
You just
it's
bought a
sold
car.
for $18,900.
Bought another one.
Wow.
That would be really cool to have in the collection. That would be a Hot Rod Tour of Texas car.
Yeah.
And if they're Ford people, it fits right in.
Now, I think I told you that one of my wives went out and bought this when she was mad at me. This is a 1984
Is it
Mercury
number 4
Cougar.
or 5?
Which one? Yeah.
Lisa. She went out and bought this thing, and then she, right after she bought it, put it into a flood up to the roof. Sorry. I'm not bitter. A 1984 Mercury Cougar. Okay?
I think we had this one on before.
No, we didn't.
No?
We had a different one on, but it doesn't make any difference. What do you think that sold for?
All
Now,
right.
this looks completely stock, and I'm going to give you a hint.
4,000.
It's only got 2,000 miles on
Oh,
it.
it's pre-flood.
Well, this is not the flooded car, clearly. How much do you think it sold for? Go, Mars.
12.
12.
I'm going to go 9.
9?
5.
5?
7,500.
7,500?
Yeah.
7,500? It sold for $11,000, and it's $11,025.
Well, low miles.
Yeah, it's
With
$10,000 too much.
2,000 miles on it.
And it dried out.
It's not the same car. But anyway, so that's our Hemmings Sold Car Roundup guessing game for the HEMI Hideout.
Now, you
crowd.
can subscribe to the show, and we do this every week, so you can, chime in on that as well.
It's we like to do it because it's fun. Okay, we need to take a break. And we want to remind you that Jeff's going to have the racing calendar. And Mars, it's going to be tight, but we can get the auto history in as well.
Man,
Coming up here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
You've waited all winter, and it's finally here. The Tailpipes and Tacos Spring Cruise In. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In returns to the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, April 19th. Make any donation to Shirley's Kids and get a free breakfast taco. There'll be mimosas and Bloody Marys, too. Get to the best cruise in of the year. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, April 19th, 8 to 11 a.m. Cruise in, make a donation of any amount, and grab a free Lupi Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 703 West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. Join the car camaraderie, and your car will automatically compete for one of 3 chili pepper trophies at no charge. Spring is here, and what better way to celebrate than with a free taco at Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, April 19th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. We hope to see you then. Come on out. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com.
Hey, you're going to the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Be sure and follow the In Wheel Time team as we join over 300 other enthusiasts beginning April 24th as we trek across Texas. Get the info link at inwheeltime.com and our In Wheel Time Facebook page. Time now for the racing calendar sponsored by Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge.
Perfect. You got Indy Racing coming up on Grand Prix of Long Beach. It's next weekend. It's going to be a 90-lapper. Check your local listings for that race. You got NHRA coming up next week. It's going to be the NHRA 4-Wide Nationals out of where? Lost Wages. So that'll be fun. I think it's probably going to be like on an FS1 channel, but check it out. And then you've got Bristol for the Craftsman Truck guys. That's next weekend. And then this weekend, all of the NASCAR boys, the Xfinity and so on, they're going to be at Darlington, both the Xfinity and the Cup guys.
Well, that's a classic race there at Darlington.
Yep. And
the Lady in Black.
Lady in Black.
Yep,
You
that's
gotcha.
it. All right, time now for This Week in Auto History, Mr. Mars.
Man, it was a busy week. So March the 29th, 1974 was the last U.S.-built Mercury Cougar convertible.
I like it.
Now, this actually, the Cougar actually put the V8 engine with wood grain trim and a lot of other things to kind of be.
And you know that was not the Mustang.
No.
It was not the Mustang.
Totally
Everybody thought it was the Mustang.
Yep. Yeah, it was an off-take of the Mustang, but it wasn't. And this actually marked the end of Mercury convertibles for decades. So also on March the 29th, Chrysler introduced the HEMI V8 engine. It was actually called the Firepower engine in 1951. And it was 331 cubic inch. It was targeted for their upscale models, the heavier cars, so they'd have plenty of power for that. But the unique design of it, the hemispherical design of the heads and everything, got caught up into the racing. It took on the HEMI name. Chrysler actually got that name, and that's where they market that particular engine, anything with it. Got a HEMI in it? Yeah, it's got a HEMI
Got a HEMI in it.
March the 31st, 1949, Oldsmobile put out the first Rocket V8 engine.
All right.
Rocket V8. It was a high-compression overhead valve V8 engine, 330 cubic inch. It really kicked off a lot of people think that's what helped spark the muscle car era. It had 135 horsepower, and it really did a lot in the racing world as well. Then on April the 1st, appropriately, 1970, AMC introduced the Gremlin.
How about that? I'll give you
Power
$1
Pro
for it.
on April Fool's Day. They actually designed this subcompact car to kind of compete with the rising imports and stuff. It had the chopped back on it and the short wheelbase, and it was really designed to get some fuel economy, and it just never got caught on. People either liked it or they didn't like it.
Didn't have a tail end on it.
No. So it didn't last very long. April the 3rd, 1983, Richard Petty wins his 196th NASCAR race.
King Richard.
Yes, he was King Richard, and he always had numbers 43 on his STP. This particular race, when he won it, was the Firecracker 400. And this is really where they decided
Did
he
you
actually
say STD?
STP.
No, STP.
Okay.
So this is where they really started tagging him as the king of NASCAR at that point. And that was this week in automotive history.
Awesome.
There was a lot more stuff, but I had to pare it down.
Why?
Because
We no time.
12 different things,
Oh, yeah.
We wouldn't know, no time. No time.
Well, you can throw in a couple more.
Well, I don't have them with me, though.
Yeah.
You did bring them with you. Good. I wanted to finish this. We got the tariff thing going on and stock markets crashing and all that. Since U.S. President Donald Trump announced an additional 25% tariff on automobiles and automobile parts last week, people in the collector car world have been wondering what else these new duties will have on the hobby. In what appears to be a last-minute reprieve, the latest presidential proclamation detailing the tariffs includes language exempting vehicles manufactured at least 25 years prior to the year of the date of entry. Such vehicles will continue to draw a 2.5% duty at the port of entry like they always have, but without the additional 25% that'll be added to newer vehicles. So if you want to go and get yourself a JDM, order it from Japan. As long as it's more than 25 years old, you're good to go.
Well, that's kind of the rules they have now that they follow. So
well, you can't import them without having them go through all sorts of rigmarole because of the EPA.
Yeah, crash testing and everything else. Yeah,
there's all of that. So those are that's really the big story all week long. I had one more, but
it's kind of redundant. Kind of
from the Department of Redundancy Department?
Yeah, beating that dead horse.
Okay, well, let's not do that. Don't forget, next in 2 weeks, we're going to be at the Lupi Tortilla for the tailpipes and tacos. That's in 2 weeks out in Katy. All right, we're going to wrap up today's show right after these messages.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction company, returns to Houston, April 3rd to the 5th at NRG Center. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience with 1,000 vehicles up for grabs. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Bring home your dream car. Register to bid and buy spectator tickets now at Mecum.com.
Well, that's all for this week's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Be sure and check us out online at InWheelTime.com. We're always looking for new, informative, and fun things dealing with automobiles. If you have an idea or an event, let us know. Our email address is info@InWheelTime.com. When you're looking for award-winning car talk, you can find the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the In Wheel Time app. On the road, grab a podcast anytime from your favorite podcast provider, including the new SiriusXM podcast channel. And be sure and catch us on the Odyssey radio app as well. We video stream our live show every Saturday, 10 to noon, on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com when we can get it to work right. The In Wheel Time video technical director is we always need more Jeff Zekin. For booking agent, video editor, and people finder, which you did a great job this week. Thank you very much.
A lot of people.
Mike Out of This World Mars, and our chief engineer, David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Next week, we'll be back at home in the Sugar Shack studios, followed by Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 8 to 11. Then we're going on tour with the Hot Rod Tour of Texas starting April 24th in Victoria.
Fun.
And we hope you'll join us and at least tune in. Thanks again for tuning in to In Wheel Time.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.